Welcome to a new little video clip or two where we're going to take you around a base. So it's your decision to find out where we are. If you know where we are, feel free to let us know in the comments. So our first shop that we are going to bring you to will open its doors. There we go. And you can buy a musical instrument. How cool is that? So there's a shop where you can buy musical instruments, and therefore you can bring health and some other benefits to other people on the claim. How nice is that? So as we go on through to our next location, we will speed up so therefore you can all see. Here we go. So if you're a bad little tribal and you are found in the prospector's base, you can look forward to yourself being placed on this lovely wheel, and you will go round and round and round, hopefully. But we haven't yet to find a tribal, so one day we will hopefully put a tribal on there and we'll be able to show you another feature within the game. So as we come up to the brow of the hill, the top of the mountain, however you want to say, as you can see, look at that atmospheric fog. Look at that, lovely, lovely. So hopefully if we get a rainstorm in the middle, we'll pop back and do a special video for you. So here we are, the shop that sells items that everyone's going to need for their survival gear and so forth. So as you can see, some most important items that you will need is the insect repellent. Why will you need insect repellent? Because if you don't have insect repellent, you're going to get bitten, and if you die, you lose your gold. So if you're going mining, you're going to need insect repellent, $2.2. Or at today's price, 17 or 18 NGL depending on your currency. You will also need to be chopping some wood, potentially for some water, so that's going to cost you another 9 NGL, or if you want to go and shop in jewels, that's 1.1. So of these items here, you don't need to worry about too much of it. To be fair, you don't need to be carrying all these excess items, to be fair. All you really are needing is the insect repellent, and preferably a machete. You don't always have to have a machete, but you could, just out of simplicity. As you can see, the current shop has got no services available for purchasing anything else at this current time. So as we go over to our weapons vendor, very good weapons vendor. So as you can now see, we have got a whole variety of weapons available to our disposal. Preferably, I know you were going to go for the shotgun, but again, that's 3.3 joules, that's $3.3, 1-to-1 ratio. If you want to go and buy, and that's going to cost you the best part of 30 NGL. It's currently 1.26, 12.6 cents in anyone's language per NGL for $1. So you're going to be spending the best part of $3 on one of those. And it's sliding scale downwards as you would normally expect. Now you're not going to need any of these because for the time being you're just not going to need them unless you want to go for the bow. You want to go for the cheap way. You want to shoot someone in the head with an arrow. I wish you the best of luck. So in effect, the only thing you need to be looking at is here, here, and here. Don't bother with that one. If you're going to buy the machete, you don't need that one. Trust me, you don't need that one. So you're only going to need certain bits of ammo depending on what weapons you obtain at some point. On to our next location. As you can see, the sun is coming up. I'm going to take another opportunity of look at that gloriousness. Look at that gloriousness. Wonderful graphics. Very much recommend it. Whilst we're here, we might as well go and take a free glass of water. Always got to take the clean water. Run our way down to our next shop. So if you want to go and get your mining gear where you're actually going to go and do some mining, for example, you can go and buy a rocker box that is $3.3. $3.3. Well, they're charging you 27 joules in 27 NGL in anyone else's language. You've then got a metal bucket because you're going to need a bucket to go with your basic rocker box. So you're going to need to go and buy a bucket that is 17 or 18, or in joules it's 2.2. These other items here aren't necessarily required, or however you could take that to chop a tree, but if you've got a machete you don't need it. These items here are not quite working yet. I'm sure someone will say they are working, but yet someone hasn't shown us how to test them, so I can't really tell you how to use them because I've not been able to test them, etc, etc, etc. and therefore you'll be able to find these things free of charge, and therefore you don't really need those things. So there is your mining store. Some bungalows if you fancy another place to put your tribal if you find one. Bit of a hassle to do that, but you could do. Then run down into the main area of the town, so to speak. Got the mining board as you normally expect. We've got the butchers. Fancy having a quick butchers? Her name is Pat Butcher. If you want to buy some meat, you're looking at 1.1 again. Some of these things, you shoot an animal, you'll get one of those free of charge. You can eat your food. You want to go and bring a boar to the party. I wouldn't recommend it. Just go into a mining claim, you'll find them. But for the time being, you could, if you wanted to, you could buy one for 1.1. Here is the bar and restaurant. Yes, I know. It has very poor reviews. Service is very slow. I don't know why. There's only one bartender, no customers, so I couldn't possibly tell you. But the only things you're really interested in here are these, and so therefore you'd be buying these for $1 or thereabouts, and in NGL, 10. Some could say that these are better quality food than the butchers. It's entirely your preference, playstyle, however you want to do it. Not entirely sure. I don't think they're all active in their entirety at this present moment, so I would not say that you should choose any other than any other. Here is the docks, which is becoming quite a focal point nowadays because, as I'm sure you've seen from other clips and videos, there will be some boxes in here that you can obtain free items and gifts and whatever the case may be, depending on what you purchase through the website. So you'll be able to, if you want to take a trip, so for example, if you're at the docks and you're in the south base, currently you can only go northwards. So you've got two choices. You can either go to the docks in the east or you can go to the docks in the north. If you wanted to go to the docks in the north, you are going to be paying the equivalent of $1.32. But at least you can take some cargo with you, so that's helpful. It might take a little bit. It's not going to be quick. I'm not going to lie. If you want to go there, same price. This way you'll go that way, and the other way you'll go that way, as you might normally expect. So that is the docks in its entirety. To be fair, there's not much more we can really explain about that. If you want to go and buy some apparel, per se, currently more for voyeurism or looking upon, because you can't actually buy any of these hats, but you could, in theory, at some point, have some find or find some use case for them. So quite clever, quite clever. So then you've got the apparel vendor. So we're going to be looking at things we can actually buy. So again, you're going to find these things in your free boxes each week, or things you can buy. So you may well get these anyway, so it depends on how you want to function, but they are there for you to use as and when you need. Whether or not you think that's a fair price is entirely your opinion. I wouldn't like to say otherwise. It's not for me to say. What I know is I won't be buying it. You can infer from that what you wish. There is no services that are currently available, but I'm sure they'll be coming soon enough. So then we have got the hotel, one of the most important buildings in the game. Why is it the most important building in the game? Because currently, let's just say you are fully laden with all your luggage. You've got a bag full of stuff, you've got a whole load of things, and you don't want to lose it. Well, you're going to come here, and you're going to rent however many hours, or whatever the case may be, that you might want to use. And as you can see, some people will say that's a very fairly price, because it's less than 10 cents for an hour. So if you're going to come and recharge your batteries here, I would very much recommend it, because at least here you can give you a chance to refresh and so forth. If you want to transfer items between your players or your own characters, you could use this for a temporary basis and swap things out. Very, very helpful, very, very functional. And then moving on. Thought I'd just take us through the bushes, to be fair. And as you can see, here is the kennels. Very clever. Very stylish. At the moment not functional because it doesn't have any of the items that you could necessarily really use per se, but there is one thing there if you wanted to try it out. So, and that is in effect your base of major concern in the south. They're taking you through all those buildings there, to docks, bungalows, different things all dotted around. As you can see, he's all the way at the base of the map. And the same item or the same bases are repeated, different layouts, different styling and so forth. There is the north base, a little bit easier to navigate in my opinion. I think it's probably the best base there is, just because it's easier to get around more than anywhere. East base very similar to the south base in terms of its layout and organization. So if you are looking to go and do some shopping in and around these in-game items, this is what I'd recommend you would do. And then if you like it, then you'll sign up in the link below. Just copy it in full and paste in Peckham at the end. You'll be well done. Thank you.